everybody. How are you? Nice to see you again in this video, in this channel. We're glad that you are giving likes and you are subscribing at this channel. And we are so glad to be again in this channel again with Jesus Bernal. How are you, Chuy? What do you think about this new announcement, this new list, the first list for Diego Cocca? We thought there will be surprises, but there's no many surprises. We're still seeing the same old faces. We had a list on 34 names, and 20 on these guys were on the last World Cup in Qatar. What do you think about this? How are you?
Fine, Chema. How are you? I'm glad to be back here. And yeah, I mean, there are not a lot of surprises because there are 34 players. So most of those we could think about being in that list, they are there. But I'm wondering why Pocho Guzman, Chofis Lopez, and the other Victor Guzman, the one from Monterrey, are not in the list. I can't explain it. I mean, that's for me, that's like the topic, 34 players. Okay. If those three are not able to fit in a 34 players list, I'm not sure Diego Cocca is going to take them to the Mexican national team anytime.
Yeah, the Chof is this case, it's not normal because the way he's performing right now is on the top level, but this a few months ago. I mean, he's not regular player, but Victor Guzman is a player that's been regular. Not now, not a year. We're talking about at least 5 or 6 years. But the explaining from Diego Cocca is that in Pachuca he used to play a little back from now. He's playing on a different position from where he's now in Chivas and Pachuca.
And so, I mean,
but still being a top player in the league.
If he plays many positions, it's better for you because he can play behind the forward. He can play on the midfield. I mean, that's dumb. I'm sorry, but that's a stupid thing to say because you have a player who has more skills, who has developed himself, and he can play in different positions. For me, there's something else. It's not about the performance. It's not about anything on the pitch. For me, something else. It's not about that.
Off the pitch, something strange.
My guess is that they don't want to take any kind of risk because he was positive. Remember?
Yeah, that's something still around.
That would be like something dangerous. I'm not saying he's still doing those things, but he has a past and he was positive. So that might be. And I don't know if the sponsors, they don't want those players in the national team.
But do you think that Diego Cocca is able to listen what the sponsors wants or what they don't want?
I don't know.
I'm somebody on the federation decides?
I'm guessing, but I don't see anything else. He's a good player.
I'm agree with you.
He's the best midfielder in Mexico right now. Yeah. So what's the argument to let him out?
I can go further. I think he's the best Mexican midfielder on the world.
He might be
the best Mexican. I mean, he's over Orbelín Pineda. Maybe he's over
Héctor Herrera, Eric Gutiérrez, Luis Chávez. I'm agreed.
And another topic about this first list, and when I heard his name, the first one I thought was you. What would be Chuy thinking about this? You know what I'm talking about?
Toño Rodríguez.
Yeah. What do you think about this player? I mean, this tournament in Xolos, he's having a performance really normal, not great, not particular, not so bad. He's not committing mistakes, but
yeah,
Really, for the national team? What do you think about
I mean, we have a lack of goalkeepers because
that?
there are few of them, few goalkeepers, because most of them are foreigners, are from Argentina, most of them. So, uh,
Brazilian,
yeah, the universe of Mexican goalkeepers is like,
so strength, yes.
yeah. So you have Acevedo, you have Oscar Jimenez, you have Guacho Jimenez, you have Toño Rodríguez, Cota, Talavera, Ochoa, Corona.
There's no more.
That's it. Because Malagon is on the bench,
Correct.
Jurado is on the bench. So you have eight. Out of those eight, Corona is sold, Talavera is sold. So you have six.
Cotas is over 36 years old too,
Yeah, he's like same age as Memo Ochoa, but
but he's not top. He's not
yeah.
top in the league.
So you have five. You have Acevedo, you have Ochoa, you have Toño Rodriguez, Guacho Jimenez, and Oscar Jimenez. So you have to choose between those. So that's,
And Oscar Jimenez, have you seen the mistakes he committed at the game against
yeah,
Santos?
he was bad. So that's all you have. There's no one else to call. So what do you do? Call the one who's not making any
Yeah.
mistakes. Toño Rodriguez. I mean, he has a bad past in Chivas, and I'm not sure if he's going to do a good job in the Mexican national team. I mean, he's not even gonna play. He might be the third goalkeeper, but there are no more
There's no more
goalkeepers.
players. Yeah, there's no more keepers.
That's
And,
it.
and- and we can say the rest and other positions. That was the first topic I was talking about when we begin in this video. 20 players for closing this conversation. Chuy. 20 players that's being called right now were in Qatar. So where's the new faces? Where's the renovation? There's no renovation. We're talking about the same topics we were talking about a few months ago. They're the same old players right now.
Okay, Gallardo, Sánchez, Montes, Moreno,
Moreno is 35 or 34.
35, Araujo, Chávez, Herrera, Ochoa. Yeah, most of them.
Yeah,
Henry. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he wants to make like this transition, like give him the chance to be part of this group, probably talk to them, see who wants to keep playing for the national team. And then in the next Fecha FIFA, which is going to be probably June, I
probably
think.
June. Yeah.
Uh,
I think there's a game against United States, but I'm not sure about when is it gonna be.
that might be friendly, right? Like,
Yeah, the friendly with
with
players
local,
from
with
MLS
local,
and Liga MX.
yeah, local players. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Probably Diego Cocca wants to talk to them and see what their um what do they think, if they want to be, if they want to compete for a place in the 2026 World Cup. So I think we have to wait a little bit and see what the plan is going to be and who is he counting with. So for me, it's good. We have to wait. There has to be a transition. It cannot be
Yeah.
like, okay, we're not gonna consider those players now and only young people now. I think there has to be a transition.
And finally, not everything is so bad. I think that players that like Marcel Ruiz, Ponchito Gonzalez, I think the same case with Toño. I mean, I think new faces.
Paquito Jimenez.
Paquito Jimenez was urgent to came back with the Mexican team. I think those names are good. I think it's okay to be with them. And there's that with this new transition you're talking about. I mean, those players needed to be not now, but before in Mexican team. I think that's a good decision for Cocca.
It is for me. And there are two cases that I'm like also like wondering why they're not in this list. Toro Guzman from Monterrey and Chiquete Orozco from Chivas. I mean, there's a lot of competition, but if you're thinking long term until 2026, I believe you have to consider them and see if they are able to play and take them to those games. I mean, playing against Suriname, I don't think it's gonna be like a tough, um, tough
Tough
game.
games. Yeah, I get what you're talking about. And I don't think that Moreno and Araujo can be the guys for 2026. What is it going to be? We need to be on a transition. We need to see new faces. And I'm sure I'm agreeing with you. Toro Guzman, the backfielder, and Rayados and Chiquete Orozco should be the new faces. Even Tiva, that not still on his best performing right now, but he's recovering. We were talking about a few months ago that Tiva was on the eye from Tata Martino. Was one of his great player, or not great, but the one he liked the most.
Yeah,
Right?
he was considered
Yeah.
like the whole time until he dropped his level and they Tata wouldn't take him to the World Cup, but he was on the list for a whole year.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We need to find out. I agree with you. It's a good list, but just a good list, not the greatest one. We expected more, but we have to wait for more changes. Not Guardado and not Herrera. That's good for me. I think this is part of the change, but it's coming on a very slow level, and we need to wait a few more months to see new faces.
Guardado will be 40 years old for the World Cup. So yeah, I mean, if he's playing top level, it's okay, it's good, but it depends if he can still competing. You know, right now he could be useful, but we're not sure if he's gonna still be at Betis or somewhere else in Europe until 2026.
Chuy, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, Shema. See you next week.
Thank you, everybody, guys, for being with us, and we expect to find out with you next week. Thank you. Give us your likes. Leave us your comments. Thank you, everybody. You're leaving the comments. We are trying to improve in this channel, so we expect you recommend us and you give us your likes and you subscribe also on this channel. Thank you very much. See you next week.